I want to share a little something with you that I've observed about us business owners. Most business owners believe that growth requires working harder, more hours, more effort, more sacrifice, more hustle. And for a while, yes, that works. And when you're starting out, your willingness to work harder than anyone else can absolutely help you build momentum. But eventually, something changes. The business grows, the team grows, complexity grows, and suddenly working harder doesn't create more freedom for you. It creates more responsibility. So let me ask you something. What if growth doesn't require you to do more? Let that sink in. What if growth doesn't require you to do more? And today I want to talk about the one leadership shift that changes everything. Before we go there, I want to hear from you. What's one responsibility you're still holding on to that someone else on your team could probably handle? Drop it in the comments. Is it approving things? Is it customer service? Maybe it's project management. Maybe it's hiring or scheduling. Whatever it is, just drop it in the comments. We're not here to judge. This is just about creating awareness. One of the biggest leadership shifts I see successful business owners making is when they stop asking, how can I get more done? And start asking, how can I help my team get more done? They sound similar, but they create drastically different businesses. The first question keeps you, the owner, at the center of everything. The second question builds capacity throughout the organization. So let's think about what happens when you're focused on getting more done yourself. Well, you solve the problems, you make the decisions, you answer the questions, you jump in when things get difficult, you become the superhero. And for a while, that feels productive. But eventually, your growth hits a ceiling. Why? Well, math. There's only one of you. No matter how talented you are, no matter how hardworking you are, no matter how committed you are, eventually you run out of time, energy, and capacity. And that's when many business owners start feeling trapped. You're working harder than ever, but the business still needs you for everything. Let's look at the second question. How can I help my team get more done? Notice where the focus shifts. Instead of expanding your capacity, you're expanding the capacity of your organization. And that's how great companies scale. The businesses that grow successfully don't have owners who do everything. They have owners who create leaders. Think about the most successful companies you know. The owner isn't making every decision. The owner isn't solving every problem. The owner isn't answering every question. They've developed people who do these things. And that's the real work of leadership. It's not about you doing more. It's about developing people who can contribute at a high level, doing $10,000 an hour activity in your company. So how do you make this shift? Well, it starts by delegating outcomes, not tasks. And many business owners delegate tasks. Very few delegate leadership. So, for example, instead of saying, go call this customer, you say, own the customer experience for this account. Do you see the difference? Instead of saying, schedule this project, you say, make sure this project stays on track and the team communicates effectively with the client. Whew, that's a big difference, isn't it? Right? One is task-oriented, the other develops leadership. And then next, you start building decision-making skills. So rather than you giving the answers, you ask the questions. You encourage people to think, to analyze, to recommend solutions. You're helping them strengthen their judgment. And you also build systems that support success, because even great people struggle in chaotic environments. Clear processes create confidence. Confidence leads to ownership, and ownership leads to growth. Finally, you trust people to grow through experience. And yes, that means allowing mistakes, not catastrophic mistakes, but growth mistakes, because nobody develops leadership skills without practice, including you. One mistake I see over and over is that owners wait until they are overwhelmed before they start delegating. And by that point, you're exhausted, you're frustrated, you're stretched thin, and you need immediate relief. But leadership development doesn't happen overnight. The better approach is to build leadership capacity before you desperately need it. Think of it like planting a tree. The best time to plant a tree was years ago. The second best time, today. Every leader you develop now creates more freedom later. Every system you build now creates more capacity later. Every responsibility you successfully transfer creates more opportunity later. So back to where we started today, the freedom you're looking for isn't created by working harder. It's not created by you becoming more indispensable or you taking on more responsibility. It's created by building a team that can succeed without constant supervision. Because ultimately, your business can only grow to the extent your team grows. If you are the only one growing, your business is still standing still. But when your team grows in capability, confidence, and ownership, your business grows with them. And that's when everything changes. So the question is, are you building a business that depends on you? Or are you building leaders who expand what's possible? If you're ready to reclaim 10 hours of your week, build a stronger team, and create a business that doesn't depend on you for everything, I invite you to join us for our upcoming workshop, How to Reclaim 10 Hours of Your Week and Pay Yourself More. We're going to show you practical strategies to reduce owner dependency, how to develop stronger leaders, and create a business that supports your life instead of consuming it. You can get registered at tapthepotential.com/jumpstart. Thank you for joining me today. And as you go through the coming week, ask yourself this question. Am I trying to get more done myself, or am I helping my team get more done? Because that is the leadership shift that changes everything.